Hello guys, my name is Brian. I am one half of that Pokedo, and I am your coach of the Charlotte Beedrills, the draft team that floats like a Butterfree and stings like a Beedrill. And I'm here to bring you our Week 5 matchup against Coach Carmine and the High Voltage Magnezones. So, for this team builder, this is going to be a really hard week for me. He's got a really solid team that I have some counters for, but if he brings a certain mode, then it's just going to have to be based on what my first turn is, and if I can do correct predictions and all that. So this is going to be a really tough week, but I'm just going to go ahead and go over what Carmine, the coach of the High Voltage Magnezones, has on his team, and I'm going to put it on the screen. So his team that he's got the G-Max Hatterene, the female Indeedee, he's got Magnezone, he's got Scrafty, he's got the Kanto Marowak, he's got the Alolan Executor, he has Kangaskhan, Terrakion, Gyarados, Purloin, and Jigglypuff. So that's what he has on his team that he has the option to bring. So when I look at that, you see two really good pairings in a really good pairing in G-Max Hatterene and DD Female, because in the Series 5 metagame, that was everywhere because Indeedee can set terrain, which can set psychic terrain, which negates any priority moves. And then they both Hatterene and Indeedee get access to the move Expanding Force, which is a really strong Psychic type move that becomes a split attack. Like it hits both opponents if it's in Psychic terrain. So that's why that is just such a really good pairing. And then Hatterene generally is really slow, but if it can set off for Trick Room, then it's got like a base 136 special attacking stat. It's you just got to get rid of it ASAP before you can set a Trick Room. So that's one thing. And then another he's also got the Terrakion, which has the ability Justified, which means every time it's hit with a dark type move, its attack stage rises by 1. And he's got at least 3 maybe 4 Pokemon that can legitimately pair with that thing for its Justified ability. So a prime candidate for that would be Kangaskhan, because it gets access to both Fake Out and it gets access to the Fake Out, and it gets access to Sucker Punch, which is a dark type move, which has priority if the target uses a move. And then he can just dark target into his Terrakion. You'll take a reduced damage dark type attack and just get a +1 at maybe like 20, 30 at the expense of like 20, 30 HP. It's pretty bad. It's a pretty solid, very solid start. And then Alolan Executor gets access to Brutal Swing, which is a dark type move that affects the entire field. And then Marowak also has access to that. Also has access to the Brutal Swing. And then Scrafty has the Fake Out and the Sucker Punch as well. So that's just a... Oh, no, wait, now... Well, yeah, Sucker Punch, but also Beat Up. So what Beat Up does is for every healthy Pokemon you've brought, it attacks that many times. And Beat Up's a dark type move. So if Scrafty gets up the Beat Up, and then there's 4 healthy Pokemon, it's a +4 Terrakion, which is just bye-bye after that. So that's the that's what I imagine coming. It's ways to power up he has multiple ways to power up his Terrakion, and then he's also got solid Trick Room. So that's the High Voltage Magnezones team. And I'm going to go ahead and go over my team that I've planned for this battle. So, for this week, I've decided to bring. We got a debut in Butterfree. We have Seismitoad. I'm covering up the Scorch. We've got Braviary. We've got the Urshifu and Raichu. So I'm gonna quickly go over each of their moves. As this is Butterfree's debut, he's got some really interesting support that it can do. It's got access to the Rage Powder, Sleep Powder, Rain Dance, and and I'm covering up Pollen Puff. So Pollen Puff is a damaging move, but if I use it on my my own Pokemon, it'll heal me instead. And what Rage Powder does kind of works like a follow me, where moves get redirected into the slot. And then we got Sleep Powder. Oh wait. I actually was gonna get rid of Sleep Powder. That's right. So actually, I'm not running Sleep Powder. I'm gonna edit that off screen, but it's gonna be Protect. It's gonna be Protect. I'm not gonna try to put anything to sleep. So I'll edit that off screen. And then we've got the Seismitoad. It's going to be running Hydro Pump, Sludge Bomb, another edit off screen. We're getting rid of Grass Knot and putting Protect and Earth Power. So every week that I've brought Seismitoad, it's been physical. So I think this week would be a really good week to bring a special attacking Seismitoad, especially since his Scrafty gets access to Intimidate. And what Intimidate does is really powerful in the doubles VGC. It lowers both opponents' attack by 1. So come in if the lead is a Scrafty and I lead the Seismitoad, then his attack goes down, but that doesn't mean anything because I'm a special attacker. I don't have any physical attacks. Okay, and then Scorch is going to be running Fire Lash, Leech Life. We're not going to do Knockoff, we're going to do Protect. And then it is Power Whip. I'm covering up Power Whip. So what this one is here for is that Alolan Exeggutor. Because Leech Life does a whole bunch of damage to it. And then Fire Lash just for some coverage, for some stab. For stab for Leech Life and Fire Lash, and then the grass, and then the Power Whip. Just for some be able to set terrain. I might be able to max the Scorch and do a max overgrowth into the Marowak, and which would get rid of the psychic terrain, which would be beneficial to me. So that's why it's running the Power Whip. Check summer, and then we've got Braviary. It's going to be running Close Combat, Brave Bird, Iron Head, and U-Turn. And right now it's rocking the Choice Band, but we're going to be switching that item up. It's going to be running the Lumberry. We're going to put the Lumberry back on. And then this is an interesting set right here. So I'm running a Choice Scarf Urshifu with the attacks Surging Strikes, Close Combat, Iron Head, and U-Turn. So what's interesting about this set is that it's EV'd to where with its Choice Scarf, it outspeeds the Terrakion by 1. And in competitive Pokemon, all you need to do is outspeed your opponent's Pokemon by 1, and no matter how many how higher your speed stat is to your opponent's stat, you're going to go first. So whether you're 1 speed stat higher than your opponent or 100 speed points higher than your opponent, you're going to go first. So with the Choice Scarf, it outspeeds Terrakion by 1, and that allows me to invest more into its special defense. So we've got Surging Strikes, Close Combat, Iron Head, and U-Turn. Usually I don't Dynamax, I don't Gigantamax anything I've choiced, but in this situation, I might just have to. But I'm not really sure what's going to happen. We're going to, hopefully I can just Dynamax something else, but push comes to shoves, I may have to Dynamax the Urshifu. And then Raichu is my final Pokemon. I'm running a little different set this year. It is a supportive Raichu. We're running I'm gonna switch Rising Voltage for Thunderbolt, and then we've got Light Screen, Fake Out, and Helping Hand. So ideally, Raichu would be a lead, and I could pair it with either Urshifu or the Braviary. And with Helping Hand, I'd be able to get some really good OHKOs. Some of the Pokemon I could OHKO with the Helping Hand boosts. So it's Iron Head. If I Dynamax the Braviary and Helping Hand Max Steel Spike, it OHKOs the a non-G-Max Hatterene. And then if I Helping Hand and Max Flutterby into the Indeedee slot, it OHKOs Indeedee. And then, obviously, coverage for fighting for the Terrakion, the Kangaskhan, and then U-turn just to, for pivot. So yeah, that's our team builder for our Week 5 matchup against High Voltage Magnezones. The battle's going to happen in about 30 minutes, so I will just go ahead and cut to the battle when it starts. Alright, I've inserted the code. My opponent is searching. And... Alright. And now we just wait. Okay, there we go. Trainer has been found. I'm gonna send my mans a GG. I mean, good luck, have fun. That's what I meant to send them. We'll go ahead and do it. Okay. The man is deciding the battle rules. It's all up to you, Carmine. I mean, I know what he's doing, because we do it every week, but you know. Alright, I've made all the changes that I need to make. I did that off camera. And let's do this. This is going to be a really hard battle, but hopefully I can do some good. Hopefully we can get some good plays in. Okay, so I'm gonna move my camera over a little bit so I can see what his team is. Okay, so his team is... So he brought the Magnezone, Hatterene, Alolan Exeggutor, Marowak, Kangaskhan, and Indeedee. Okay, so no Terrakion. So... That's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna move it back. Okay. So I'm gonna go Raichu, Braviary, Seismitoad. And Ursh in the back. Okay. And let's get this started. Okay, what's a man bringing? Indeedee and Executor. Okay. Okay, so a Helping Hand and Flutterby. Because what Max Flutterby does, its secondary effect is that it lowers special attack. And then Helping Hand just gives it basically a choice boost. And it goes before everything on the field. Okay. Okay, I got rid of Indeedee turn 1. So that's a good start right there. And Trick Room. Okay. Trick Room is on the field. Hatterene. I'm going to go ahead and Trick Room. Next is Hat. Okay. So I think here we go Light Screen and Max Steel Spike into the Hat. Okay, he is maxing Hat. Okay, okay, he's running Sleep Powder. Okay, so I should have Helping Hand there. So I'm going to be guaranteed 1 turn of sleep. And I think Okay, we're just gonna Helping Hand and Flutterby. Now it doesn't matter. And he's gonna know that I'm Lumberry. Oh. Okay. That's fine. Do I go through? Okay, my Flutterby goes through. Do I OHKO? Do I hit? I don't KO. I should have Steel Spike there. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna protect. Okay. And does he smite into... Okay, he smite into Braviary. Fine. I mean, it's not, but... Okay. Okay. And he's still got Trick Room up. So... have to protect... And... Iron Head into Hatterene. Hopefully I can get a double protect here. If I get the double protect, it's huge. Double protect, do I get it? I get it! Oh my god, that is hype! Do I live this? I don't think I do. Yeah, I didn't live that. I think I had to have a light screaming up to get it, but fortunately... Okay, the Hatterene goes down to Life Orb. Trick Room's gone. Sludge Bomb into Executor. I don't know if this KOs, but it's my best option. Okay, this has got to hit. Okay, Sludge Bomb hits. Nope, game. Ah. Okay. Okay. GG. Some number GGs. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do the same lead, but instead in the back, I'm going Toad and Scorch. So I don't see him change anything up. Okay. Let's see what he does here. Does he do the same thing? Okay, same thing, same lead. Okay, so instead of Dynamaxing turn 1, I'm just gonna have a really powered up U-turn. I think with Trick Room, it has to be sent to Scorch. Okay. Okay, we're going to Dynamax the Scorch and just do a Helping Hand again. Because this Indeedee is just going to click Follow Me. Okay. And this thing probably... Okay. And the Max Flutterby gets the KO on the Indeedee. That happened last game. Lowering the... Okay. I think it's a good time to overgrowth into Marowak. Switch into Braviary. And Heat Dynamax this Marowak. Oh, Lord, that's a good move. Oh, that's game. That is game. Okay. Should have max guarded there. But I predicted a ground move into the Raichu slot. Okay, something's going wrong here. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. The Lumberry. Max Waking. I don't take that. That thick club, dude. Yep, that's game. With just Braviary, Sleeping Raichu. I'm just curious, how many more rooms of Trick Room? One room. One thing of Trick Room left. I don't have. Yeah, that's game. Do Helping Hand Braviary. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So that was week 5. Like I said in the team builder, his Trick Room just absolutely killed my team. I did a whole bunch of prep for with a friend of mine, and for the life of us, we couldn't come up with a way to kill that trick room. So yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess, on that one. So I'll look back on the video and look at the battle and see what I could have done better. And I will go ahead and cut to the post game. Guys, I'm back with the post game interview for the week 5 matchups against Coach Carmine and the high voltage Magnezones. And if y'all didn't know, that is the hardest trick room mode in the league. I mean, I haven't played against that many trick room modes in competitive, so I'm still relatively new to the format. But that definitely was one of the hardest that I've ever seen. So basically, what in order to beat, what I learned from that battle is that I need to if I cannot KO the Trick Room setter on turn 1, I need to find a way to stall out the Trick Room instead of brute forcing it. And I can do that multiple ways. I can do that by targeting the Trick Room setter with one of my Pokemon, and then the other one sets like a Trick Room, I mean not Trick Room, but a Light Screen or a Reflect. And if you saw in the battle, that's what I tried to do game 1. But I was put to sleep and I couldn't set it up. So I think what I should have done, I shouldn't have worried about helping hand that first turn. I should have just done the I should have just done a Light Screen and then either a U-turn or a max Flutterby. Probably a U-turn. And that way, the light screen gets up. I can set a terrain, and even if he redirects that U-turn into the Indeedee, I can KO it the next turn. Because he'll be using special attacking moves, and those special attacks won't do as much damage behind the light screen. And doing that, I probably could have maybe taken a game, maybe a second, but we take these losses, we learn what we can do better, and then we try to implement, try to follow that, try to remember that for the next time I face a pure Trick Room mode. And I do have some more battles coming up against Trick Room teams, so I'll definitely have that in mind for the next time that I face one of those teams. What I did well, I knew from the team preview that it was Trick Room, and then after the game 1, I realized that Urshifu wasn't going to do anything for me. So that's why I did a switch, and instead of the Urshifu, the Cindiscorch, mainly for the Protect. But again, I didn't do the Protect turns very well. I didn't do it very well last week, and again this week I honestly didn't do it very well this time. I did get the double protect off on the Seismitoad, which was honestly fun. If you didn't know, if you use protect consecutively, the chances that it goes off decreases. So that's why it's like such a big deal that you get multiple protects off in a row. Because first game I was able to stall it out because of the double protects, but but it just wasn't enough. Honestly, and in that first game, after I sought out the Trick Room, I should have just Hydro Pumped into Marowak. You saw in the battle, I didn't think the Sludge Bomb was going to KO the Executor. I should have done that and just taken like the 80% accuracy of the Hydro Pump into the Marowak, because if I Hydro Pump into the Marowak and it misses, well, it's 80% accurate. And even if it KOs the Marowak, it's the Executor is just going to OHKO me with Energy Ball, so I was going to lose anyway, so it would have worked better in differential when it comes to the standings. And then on it, obviously, I should have Max Steel Spike into the Hatterene slot in the first game. If I had done that, maybe the game turns out differently. I don't really know. We can't really know because it didn't happen, and we can't just rewind the clock and see if it would happen. But it is what it is. Carmine is one of the best. I spent so many hours prepping for this battle, and I had nothing. And it's just how draft week works. There are just weeks where you can plan all you want for a team's mode, and sometimes there's just not much you can do. We thought about Lunatone coming in, but it doesn't run. It doesn't get access to Imprison. It gets access to Trick Room, so I could reverse the Trick Room, but it doesn't access to Imprison. And reversing Trick Room isn't always the best plan, because it has negative priority no matter what, so it's always the last move. So it's kind of one of those things you need the Imprison. If you're gonna run Trick Room just to stop Trick Room, Imprison needs to be on the squad, and it doesn't get access to Imprison. And I don't have anything with Imprison at the moment. So, yeah. That's what that is. So, that's our that is our post game for week 5 of the UGA. My next battle is against Coach Matrix and the Welsh Warlords, and that's gonna be a doozy of battle. But I'm gonna save all of my talking about that battle for the team builder. So thank you for watching week 5. Hopefully, you've learned something about Trick Room that you didn't know previously, and hopefully in the future I will know what to do for my next battle against the Trick Room team. So thanks for supporting the Charlotte Beedrills, and I'll catch you in the next battle.